Well, good afternoon, everybody. Yeah, we're here at our regular time. Debbie had her eye surgery today. It took, what, all of 10 seconds? 10 seconds to do it, but we were there for about 2.5 hours. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But we're back. She's feeling well and behind the camera tonight. So thank you for your support and your prayers for her. Hopefully this is going to take care of everything with her eye. So we hope so. Tonight we're making curry coconut shrimp. And I got these big 18 to 20 pound per pound shrimp. So we're going to be putting those in. So we're going to get a little heat going.
Kathy Carroll is watching.
Who?
Kathy Carroll.
Kathy, thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate it. I'm also doing cauliflower rice. So, yeah, make sure I got all those burners going. While that's going on, let me show you how to do my cauliflower rice. I've already got most of this riced. So I'm just going to put in these remaining florets and let them do their thing. Just to kind of show you how I do it. And so we'll let those get good and happy in there and zoom around a little bit. And I think they are sufficiently riced. So we will put a little oil in our pan. This is for the cauliflower rice in this pan. This pan is going to house our shrimp. And so I've got a little butter going in for that. And I'll let this butter stay out at room temperature so it should melt fairly quickly and get ready for the shrimp. You just can't brown shrimp well without butter. And butter's okay. Butter's a natural product. Make sure you get a good quality butter. And most folks use unsalted butter so they can put their own salt.
Don't use margarine.
I don't. I use salted butter always. I don't know why. But I'm just funny like that. All right, so here I've got my plunger. What do you call this thing? Blade?
The blade.
Let me stick that in the sink before it drops all over everything. We got family coming this weekend. We are so excited because we haven't seen them in about 3 years. And they are coming to visit us here on Friday. So we are excited about having some big cookouts and see our grandkids again. And so tickled with that. He works for the State Department. And they have been in Jamaica for the last 2 years. So it's been a while since we've had a chance to sit down. And they're coming for a big pool party on Friday. And we are excited. So our focus has kind of been on that for the last couple of days, getting everything ready. You saw me put a little olive oil in here. I like to kind of, I wouldn't call it toast it, but kind of, yeah, I like to get it a little crunchy possibly. Meanwhile, oh my goodness, my butter has done well. Let's stick those shrimp in there. So we'll put the shrimp in.
Mindy X is watching.
Mindy, hey, Mindy got a win the other night at Winder, so tickled. Had her on the show the next night, or, well, the next show. Mindy, hope you're doing well. Yeah, we were trying, I was talking to James Sunday, Saturday, whatever. We were trying to locate that late model car to find out who ran it, and I had never heard of that guy's name, so hopefully we can come up with something. Maybe he found somebody. I gave him a couple of folks to call that might have an idea who a driver with the last name of Bunn might be. I'm not familiar with one. I like to put a little chicken stock in my, because it just gets too dry if you don't. So that's a little bit of chicken stock, and I use the cheap way. I use the powder dissolved in a little water, and so I'm going to let that go. Now we're going to let this cook a while, and then I'm going to put some lemon juice in it to cut the taste of the cauliflower, because I like to do that. This shrimp only needs to cook just like a minute and a half or 2 minutes on each side. I'm going to go ahead and start turning them now. By the time I get to the end of them, we'll be maybe 2.5 minutes on some of these. But this will cook even more later. And, you know, most things cook further. They got enough heat on them. They cook further once they're sitting in the plate after you take them out. So by the time I get done turning these, it'll be time to start taking these first ones out of the pan. Those look so good. And they're going to be so beautiful and yellow with this curry that we're putting in. And I'm cheating a little bit by adding a little bit of turmeric to it,
When did you put the curry in?
I haven't yet. That will come in just a few minutes.
Okay.
The curry and the turmeric to make them brilliant yellow. And this has got a sweet coconut milk. It's going to be the coconut part of this. Isn't that going to be great? All right, so we're ready to take these out now. So I'm going to start here on the ones that I turned earliest, and we'll get those in the plate. Again, these will cook even a little further once we put them back in when we coordinate all this at the end. So right now this is going in, and again, these are deveined shrimp. I buy the ones that I have to peel, and that's okay. I don't mind peeling them at all. I don't like deveining them, so I do try to buy the deveined ones. That seems to be a little easier on the old guy rather than having to devein all these things. I started to buy those from Quality Foods. They've got these I don't know if it's Argentine or Argentine. I never know at what point you say which, but Argentinian shrimp, big old red shrimp, but they got veins in them. I didn't want to fool with that. Let me stir this right quick, sweetie pie. So let's see. It's time now to put the onion in. And it calls for a medium onion. And honestly, I had an onion that had some bad spots on it. So I just cut a good-sized onion down to a medium-sized onion and got rid of the bad spots. And I'll run it through my little amazing tool here. Well, I may have gotten that one just a little. Let me see if I can push that down. And now see if I can take this other one and put it in there. I might have gotten too much in there for that. There we go. And now we'll put this in, and we'll cut that down a little bit.
You would think that plastic would break,
I know,
but it
and
doesn't.
I always worry about I'm straining it too much. I'm going to remove that off the heat for just a minute. That's getting too hot. Okay, come on. I've got a little bit there. That's what the problem was. Is
One more piece.
Now, this also calls for, come on, it's wanting to hang on me. I'm getting too much in there. There. That'll get it all down there. This also calls for slivered garlic. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put my garlic in here and let it run through that press as well.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah. It's not a perfect tool, but it's about as perfect as it comes. And even give you this little thing here to clean it out with if you get some hung in the grates.
Clint Cash is watching.
Clint, man, good to hear from old Clint. Clint's been winning some races too. All right, so now this is going in this pan, and that's the garlic and the onion. I chose this because I knew we were going to have Debbie's appointment this afternoon, and I wanted something quick because I didn't know how she'd be feeling afterwards. This is a 15-minute total meal. So we're going to see how that butter has created flavor. We're going to let that just simmer here for just a few minutes. Oh, pardon me, sweetie. I need to stir the cauliflower rice. See how it's getting a little bit of color to it? Mm-hmm. I like that. And I want it to dry out just a little more, so I'm going to leave it on that heat to dry out some.
Smells good.
Smells real good. And I just want to soften that just a minute or two, just to let everything get soft. Now, check this out. Here comes the curry powder. That's going in. Here comes the turmeric, and that's going to make everything beautiful and brilliant yellow. So we're going to make sure that all of that
that smells good too.
Yeah, doesn't it though? You like curry. You're a big curry fan. And I think curry is it Indian?
I think so.
Or Vietnamese? What is
it's Indian, I believe.
I know it's Asian of some kind, I guess. So let me run this heat down now because that's doing just perfectly well. I like that.
Did you put the lemon juice in yet?
I will in just a minute. Right now, we're going in with this is light coconut milk. Coconut milk is sweetened. We want that to go in and thicken. That's going to make us a good gravy. And now to that, we're going to put a little lime juice. So I've got one lime here. Well, I'm glad I've got a heavy-duty juicer because that's a tough little lime. And along with the lime, here's another secret to it. 2 tablespoons of sugar-free maple syrup. That's going to give it the sweetness we're looking for. So we're just going to let that simmer just to get a little thickness going. All those flavors meld together. Now what you want to do is you want to take your finger and taste it. If it needs a little more sweetness, you can add a little more maple syrup. If it needs a little more salt, which I forgot to add, there's a half a teaspoon of kosher salt. We'll put that in there too. And if it needs a little more of each, now's the time to add them. So we'll do that. Look how beautiful and yellow that is. All right, so now it's time to put our lemon in the cauliflower rice. So we'll put the lemon juice in there, the juice of 1 lemon. And again, everything, ooh, splattered back at me. Everything you see here is available at Quality Foods in the Town Plaza Shopping Center in Toccoa. Make sure you check them out for all of your grocery needs. Good folks there, and they just tend to have, and matter of fact, sometimes I have things that they don't normally carry, and I just tell Jonah ahead of time what I need, and they'll get it in for me. So just great folks to work with. And many times I've gone there and I've ordered prime rib or something, and they have a meat truck that runs a couple or 3 times a week. And if you tell them how many ribs you want of prime rib, if they don't have it in stock, they can have it in just a couple of days. So that works out well also. All right, now the shrimp go back in. And now you can add hot sauce or cayenne pepper to this if you prefer. That is not Debbie's, to use a Frasier term, that's not Debbie's milieu. She doesn't particularly care for that. So that's going to thicken up just a little bit more. Remember I told you those shrimp are going to cook a little more? Well, they're going back in here for just a couple of minutes to get well coated, and that will heat them up and also finish cooking them off in case they need a little more help there. Man, this looks
so good. And
looks good. I can't wait. And you know what, sweetie? The time has come to plate. So we're going to take this same plate that we had these on, and we are going to put us a little cauliflower rice. And what you know what? I forgot a step. I've got all this beautiful basil here.
Oh, basil.
That's supposed to go in there while that's cooking, and then a little bit of it left to garnish the top. So I'm going to cut these basil leaves. It calls for 12 basil leaves. I just bought a pack of basil, and this will suffice.
Alex Cash Deal is watching.
Alex, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. We got some new folks watching today that we haven't had in a while, sweetheart. That's good. I appreciate it so much. We try to cook healthy and try to show you how to do it. And in addition, we also can help you with that healthy lifestyle. If you're interested in what we have to do with our weight loss program, it's proven. We have lost tons of weight on it. Gained a little back because we weren't so strict with it. But it is a proven weight loss plan, and we would love to help you. We've helped over 700 people, believe it or not, in our 5 years with this program. So now, here goes shrimp. Look at that. Curry, coconut, shrimp, and you get half of that, baby doll, and I get half of that. Isn't that something?
Right.
That sounds good to Debbie. And I'm going to garnish this with a little more basil on top. And I mentioned I was going to taste this sauce. Let me do that and see if we're in the part. So I do that by just, oh, perfect. So perfect. Oh, man. It's great. If you just like it, remember, I'll send you the recipe. All you got to do is hit the like button, and I'll send that recipe over tonight or tomorrow morning sometime. I'll get it to you. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to check out Quality Foods, Town Plaza Shopping Center in Toccoa. And a quick plug for the racing show. Tomorrow night, if you were at Livonia Speedway and you saw Ethan Wilson in a Rusty Jordan look-alike car, which he didn't even know that's what it was when he got there, he's going to be on the show tomorrow night and tell us about his big win at Livonia Speedway, along with a whole bunch of other guys. Cade Kegel from Winder is going to be on. We're going to have a tremendous night. So enjoy tonight and tune in on the Champ Show tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, right here on Facebook Live. Bye, everybody.